Welcome to my channel. Learn English, live it, and speak with confidence. The Promise Beneath the Old Tree. Chapter 1. When We Were Too Young to Understand Love. Lena was 7 years old when she moved into a quiet neighborhood filled with the sound of children playing in the streets. On her first day there, she stood shyly beside her mother, holding a small blue notebook close to her chest. Everything felt new and overwhelming. That was when Omar noticed her standing alone and walked toward her with a confident smile. Omar was energetic and friendly, the kind of boy who never hesitated to speak first. He invited her to join the game, and although she was nervous, she said yes. That simple moment marked the beginning of their friendship. From that day on, they walked to school together and spent every afternoon side by side. They shared secrets under an old tree in the schoolyard, which slowly became their special place. Whenever one of them felt sad or confused, they would sit there and talk for hours. Omar once promised her that he would never leave her, and Lena believed him without doubt. To her, his words felt permanent. As they entered high school, things began to change. Omar became popular and started spending more time with new friends. He joined the basketball team and was constantly surrounded by people. Lena noticed the distance growing, but she tried to ignore it at first. One day in the hallway, she waved at him, expecting his usual warm smile. He looked at her briefly and then turned away, pretending not to see her. That small moment hurt more than she expected. It was the first time she felt invisible to him. Days passed, and the silence between them became normal. He no longer waited for her after school or sat beside her in class. Lena spent nights reading old memories in her blue notebook, wondering when everything had changed. But during the day, she acted strong. Eventually, she decided she would not chase someone who walked away. She focused on her art and slowly rebuilt her confidence. Even though she still loved him quietly, she chose to protect her dignity. She learned that caring about someone does not mean losing yourself. By their final year of high school, a new student named Adam joined their class. He noticed Lena's talent and treated her with kindness and respect. For the first time in a long while, she felt truly seen again. And without realizing it, this new friendship would change everything. Chapter 2. The Silence Between Us. University life gave Lena a fresh start. She entered campus determined to focus only on her dreams. Adam stayed by her side, supporting her goals. She felt stronger than before and more independent. Omar also joined the same university. He was still admired and surrounded by friends. Yet, whenever he saw Lena laughing with Adam, something inside him tightened. Regret slowly began to grow. One day, Lena presented an art project on stage. Her voice was confident and clear. The applause filled the hall, and she stood proudly in the spotlight. From the back of the room, Omar watched in silence, realizing he had missed watching her become this strong. That night, he admitted something to himself for the first time. He had pushed her away because he was scared of loving her too deeply. He thought distance would protect him. Instead, it only broke them both. He decided he could not remain silent anymore. Tension grew every time they crossed paths on campus. Lena acted calm and indifferent, but her heart still reacted whenever he stood too close. Omar struggled with pride and guilt, unsure how to fix the damage he had caused. One evening after a university event, Lena walked alone toward the parking lot. Omar called her name, his voice serious and urgent. She stopped walking but did not smile. "We need to talk," he said. "There's nothing left to say," she answered quietly. "Why are you acting like I don't exist?" he asked. She looked at him with controlled pain. "Isn't that what you did first?" Her words carried years of hurt. For the first time, Omar had no excuse ready. Silence surrounded them. "I was scared," he admitted. "I loved you too much." She felt her heart shake, but she refused to cry. "You don't get to come back when you see me happy," she said. "I never stopped loving you," he whispered. "But you stopped choosing me," she replied. Chapter 3. The Choice. Omar began trying to fix what he had broken, not with dramatic promises, but with consistent actions. He apologized sincerely and publicly. He waited for her after class again, this time without pride. He supported her art exhibition and stood beside her without trying to control her light. Adam noticed the change and, with maturity, stepped back when he realized Lena's heart still belonged to someone else. Before leaving her alone one afternoon, he told her she deserved someone who never doubted her value. His kindness made her respect him deeply. Lena did not forgive Omar immediately. She made him earn her trust through time, patience, and honesty. He proved that he could choose her proudly and openly. He no longer hid his feelings out of fear. One afternoon, they returned to the old tree near their childhood school. Years had passed, but the tree was still standing, strong and silent. He repeated his old promise, but this time with understanding and responsibility. Lena smiled softly and placed her blue notebook in his hands. "This time," she said gently, "don't forget what we were." And beneath the same old tree, they chose each other again, not as children who did not understand love, but as two people who had finally learned how to protect it.